Okay, everyone, so it has been a long time since I've posted anything, I know. This is a game that I started a really long time ago, and it doesn't have any checkpoints, and then I had a lot of tech issues, and anyway, long story short, this is Marie's Room. Marie's Room is, as far as I know, I think it's a Canadian game. It's relatively short. Because it's a story-driven game, I'm not going to have a face cam, it's more visual.
I didn't want to come back. Why would I, after all that's happened, even in here? So, where is the journal?
Alright. So... this is the game. It looks really pretty. I like the little pictures, I think they're really cute. It's almost like an attic, the way the wainscoting is here. Very cute. I'm kind of curious about this. It almost looks like there used to be photos and they got taken down. Maybe not, I'm not sure. Now she wants me to find a journal. Ooh. That was creaky. She wants me to find the journal. I don't want to find that. I want to look at things.
Is that me? Oh my god, the hair. What was I thinking?
I don't think either one's hair is pretty bad in that. I kind of like it. I like the red hair. I assume I'm the red-headed one.
Look, Mr. Torres. I'm happy he finally got remarried. A honeymoon in the Bahamas. Wish I was there with them.
Just a random little factoid about me. I got engaged. Yay. And I'm gonna be getting married next summer. So that's super exciting. Probably not gonna honeymoon in the Bahamas though. I don't think that's gonna be remotely in the budget, but we'll see.
California, crisp white wines. I'll need a crate of those when I get out of here.
Anything else? Nothing else. Looks like a science award. Ooh, second place. Nice. I mean, first is better, but second is nothing to scoff at.
What, more than 100 again today? Glad I don't have to deal with that anymore.
Alright, so maybe it's not Canadian, since we do not use Fahrenheit. Orange. So maybe California?
No, that's her parents' room.
Maybe the journal is in her parents' room.
Don't need to go in there. That's the bathroom.
Can I go downstairs?
I don't want to go back down.
Looks like a wormhole. No entry unless you are a tourist from the future. Cute. It looks like no one's been living there for a bit. This reminds me of the little stars I used to have above my bed. I remember my mom got like all these packs of little glow-in-the-dark stars and made like a little galaxy behind my bed. And I was really upset because she was late picking me up from school, and we got into this huge fight, and I was yelling, and I was really upset because I thought she'd forgotten about me. Turns out she was late because she was putting up those stars. So I went up to my room and I slammed the door after yelling at her, saying awful. And when I closed the door, all of a sudden I saw it, and I felt so bad. I had to have been like grade 1 or grade 2.
Hi, Kelsey. Yes, I'm talking to you. I know you've been reading my journal. Can I ever forgive you for what you did? Honestly, I don't know. I'm trying really hard, but I don't know how. Because I don't understand any of it. You were my friend, and I loved you unconditionally. I did what I did because of you, and I stood up to him because of you. But you, I don't know. Right now, I can't be near you, so I don't want you to come find me. I promise I'll be all right. Marie.
Except she wouldn't be. She would not be all right.
Sorry about that. Someone is at the door. It like gets quiet the moment I turn. I wonder if Simon Alexander's the person who does this song. Broken Promises. Central Cinema, maybe? I really like the music. I think it sounds really good. Alright, I have a dream.
She once asked me, "Don't you ever dream, Kelsey?" And I said, I don't. I don't dream. I plan. What I didn't tell her was that I wouldn't allow anyone to mess with those plans.
I mean, to be fair, a dream doesn't mean anything unless you're actually going to make it happen, and to make something happen, you have to actively make it happen. So having plans is much better than having dreams. Having plans means having goals. So I'm with her on that one. It's a note. Can I read it? No, it's blurry. There's no way to read that. Oh, take out menu.
Every Tuesday, the food trucks would roll in. Me and Marie never missed Jorge's tamales. When I was a kid, Jorge would put some aside, just in case my mom was too drunk to feed me again.
That's really awful. Okay, looking at this map, it kind of looks like California. Maybe California. I'm not sure. I don't really know what to say about the mom. Like, I feel like parents have to be there for the kids, and if they're not there, then they shouldn't have been parents in the first place. In alcoholism, there's, something psychologically wrong, but still doesn't give you an excuse to not be a parent. And it's really awful that so many people can go through that and people don't even know or don't even think, so it's really nice that he would do that for them.
Mr. Torres gave me my own set of keys, so I'd feel at home. I loved him for it, but every time I used those keys, I felt a pang of guilt.
I'd feel guilty though.
I loved skinny dipping, but Marie insisted on wearing this thing. Really, I mean, it was Mr. Jones's pool, after dark. No one would ever come close to the freak. And he wasn't there, just to be clear. But someone else was.
Okay, so they would go skinny dipping in a stranger's pool, who apparently was a freak, which is kind of rude. And by kind of, I mean incredibly rude. And she would pressure a friend to not wear a bathing suit, which is interesting. When it's a lovely bathing suit and very strappy. And someone would watch them. That's super pervy. But also, she's a horrible friend for doing that. I don't know where to start. I'll start here.
Food rescue. Yeah, it was a good place to be. Until Marie showed up. I know she didn't mean anything by it, but the pity in her eyes. Worse than being hungry.
Alright, so she just did not like Marie because Marie volunteered where at, like, I guess the food bank? She just didn't want people to know.
I couldn't afford a car, and Marie didn't want one, so we rode our bikes everywhere. I thought I looked silly, and with those damn sparkly shoes, I probably did. Yeah, I was losing my glamour status at school right there. She loved being a birthday girl. Mr. Torres would take her shopping every year.
So is Marie Torres, and her birthday gift was to go shopping? I mean, that's kind of nice. Oh, are those the shoes? Yeah, sparkly shoes.
He had money, you see? He bought me things. I was gonna wear these to the prom. Fancy, right? At the time, I didn't know where the money came from.
Where did the money come from?
She asked me why I was so angry all the time, and I told her because it's a dirty deal. It's Russian roulette and utterly unfair. The cards I'd been dealt, any player would have passed. I chose to be angry instead. But Marie, my friend Marie, she got me a new deck and suggested I deal again.
That's actually super cool. That's really nice of her. Even though she just doesn't sound like she's much of a friend back.
I'm not a shadow person. Yeah, it took me all I had to convince her she wasn't.
What does that even mean? Is that a common expression? A shadow person? I've literally never heard that before. Just like she fades away like a wallflower, or like just sketchy? I don't entirely understand.
Marie insisted on saving these. She was going to make a new world with them, whatever that was supposed to be. I've never actually seen her build anything.
Kinda just sounds like she's a hoarder and didn't want to do the trash. Can I open this? Anything here to see?
There's no such thing as food waste. And don't I know it? The smell of garbage will be in my nose forever, and the taste of it in my mouth. I swore I would never be that hungry again. I didn't care what it took.
Right, so my question is, what exactly did she do? I mean, she got, just to recap for a second, she hated Marie, but Marie was her friend. Marie was a really good friend to her, but she didn't like her and was always really rude to her. Marie volunteered at a food bank where she, I assume, got food because she was so hungry because her mother was a drunk, and she didn't want to be that broke and that poor and that hungry, and started seeing someone who got really sketchy money and bought her really pretty things. That does not sound like the sort of, I don't want to say the sort of person you want to deal with, because helping people is good, but you know, the way that she is acting when she's not even a decent friend back, that doesn't sound like a very good relationship. That sounds pretty toxic. So I just have a lot more questions for who I'm playing right now. Bumblebee. Finals. Oh, got caught on something.
Mr. Torres loved that beer. After the robbery, he only had a couple left. Apparently they were hard to come by. Still, we decided to try a bottle once. Marie loved that label. She drew it in her journal. I remember that. All that happened later that night, I'm not sure. Maybe I don't want to remember.
Don't want to remember what? Also, he got robbed? Did she steal from them? Is that why she feels guilty that she had a key? I'd feel pretty guilty if I stole from the only people that were nice to me.
Marie always dreamed about going to Europe. I don't think she ever went.
Yep, a lot of places in Europe that she wants to go to, and she also wants to go to Canada. BC, apparently. Cool.
She hated my cigarettes. Every time I felt like going out and buying a pack, she made me put the money in that money jar. One day, that money would pay for our gas to drive to college. We only needed money for the one way. I ended up using it to get to Vancouver.
Okay, so did Marie go to Vancouver then? Is that why her stuff looked empty before we started this little nostalgia trip? It looks like something I should be able to grab, and apparently I can't. Okay. And we're looking at beginning of July, which apparently doesn't have any numbers in the beginning, or really anywhere through it.
Mr. Torres and Marie were robbed in their own house, not long after we met at Food Rescue. He was stabbed, almost died. She was knocked out with a baseball bat. She was in the hospital for a while, stitches, concussion. She still had headaches, she said.
That is horrible. Ooh, we're furiously writing. Okay, pizza boxes, I already did that. Not really want to turn on the TV. Just yet, at least.
Disgusting, but cheap. I got used to them after I didn't want to go to the food kitchen anymore. The vicious taste of these meatballs still beat the humiliation of being served by Marie.
So that was it. So she just really did not like that someone that she knew was pitying her. I honestly cannot imagine what that would be like from that perspective of needing something, but going through the sort of humiliation of it. I don't think it should be necessarily humiliating. Like, I feel like something like that, it carries a higher stigma with it than it should, because a lot of people at some point in their lives just cannot make ends meet. But yeah, I don't know, I've never been in that situation.
Have you ever peeled an orange so juicy the drops erupted from underneath its skin like fireworks in the setting sun? The trees in Mr. Jones's garden had them. I used to live off his garden vegetables and fruit. before I met Trevor.
Okay, so Trevor, the one who bought the shoes. Sparkly shoes. I mean, I don't think they're that fancy. I think they're just really cute. I would probably wear those. Won't be found. Is that the name of the song? Lost home. She really likes her vinyls. Start running. She really likes her vinyls. She really likes her calyx units.
Sometimes it got so hot, this thing wasn't doing it anymore. Then we'd take off to Mr. Jones's swimming pool. That night, I guess he must have seen us.
But she doesn't mean Mr. Jones because she said he wasn't home, so it must have been someone else. Trevor, maybe. I really like this music. I think it really suits this game really well. And it also just kind of sounds like something I would personally listen to. I just think it sounds really great. Hey, alright. So we are doing some chemistry over here. With a little cat being sucked into a black hole, apparently. TV. Sheets of paper. I don't even know where to start. I'm not really doing this logically, I'm just kind of going around checking stuff out.
Trevor was never far off, though. When Marie and I rode our bikes through dark nights just to get a taste of those perfect oranges, I knew he was lurking in the shadows. I never told her, but I think that's how he found us. He followed us back to the room.
Oh, okay, so it was Trevor that watched him skinny dip. Was Trevor the one who broke in? Is that why she felt guilty?
I thought I was so lucky. An adoring boyfriend, free burgers from the kitchen he worked in, sparkly things he bought me. I thought if I took care of him, he'd take care of me, and we'd get out, just in case I didn't get that scholarship. I had no idea where the money came from.
You keep saying that. Clearly you know now, and clearly it wasn't from somewhere good.
Have you seen this man? Yeah, I've seen him.
String of burglaries, so that must be Trevor.
That's Marie's birthday. That's weird. I guess she wrote it down for that Ben guy, for her pizza and movie party. All right, I might have been a little jealous.
Not entirely sure how pizza and movie doesn't sound like the best theme for a party. Kind of just sounds like a typical Friday night.
Chemistry holds no surprises. Love that.
Alright, so the chemistry stuff was Kelsey's then. But it does hold some surprises. This is a wee little cat. That's so cute. I still really like that.
hated that thing.
I remember I got really frustrated when I was like a kid, and I may or may not have chucked my Rubik's Cube against a wall. I more or so did so jokingly, but it ended up shattering. The good thing though is I glued it back together, and when I glued it back together, I put it so that they actually went back, all the colors together, and acted like I did it. I never did it. I've never been able to even do like two sides. Done one side, and that was enough. Nope.
Yes. The science project. Of all people, they chose to pair me with the girl from Food Rescue. Outrageous. But I got over it, and chose to work my ass off. I had to if I wanted to get that scholarship.
So is that how she kind of got closer with Marie? Was that they were paired together? And was that what they got the second place award? Because that was a science award, I think. Think like a proton. Stay positive. 3 theories of time travel. We've got fixed timeline. We've got the organic timeline and the multiverse. Intelligence is the ability to adapt to change, I think is what that says. Stephen Hawking, yep. True sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination.
She wouldn't stop about time travel and black holes and stuff. I just wanted to do something simple. Calculate shit. Boring, is what she said. Her, the weird kid, talked boring. So yeah, we settled on antimatter, because who wants to be boring?
Alright. Cool.
Mr. Torres. Thick as thieves, those two. Ever since Lorraine died, they only had each other. Marie was suffering when he was in intensive care. That was a nasty knife wound.
See, the way she says it, she sounds really removed. So I feel like she didn't commit the robbery herself. But the fact that she feels guilty, I feel like Trevor did. And that's where he got the money from. Is that a panda? That is a panda. That's very cute.
Trevor. What an asshole. After we broke up, he got violent sometimes. One day, he dragged me through the school hall by my shirt until one of Marie's geek friends stopped him. Ben, I think it was. He got a lot of shit for it later.
See, that reminds me of this guy I used to know. His name was Steve, and it was in university, it wasn't in high school, but after we broke up, he did not take it well, and he began to come to campus to see if he could find me, and one time he did, and I was in the computer lab, and he grabbed my shirt, and dragged me by my shirt, by my hair, yelled at me, and he just flipped out because, and this is true, he expected that I would come back to his place. He was really drunk, and that was his expectation, and it was like, no, also no, and 1,000 ways no. By that point, I had a boyfriend. By that point, I had literally no interest, and I'd laid out all of the reasons why I had no interest in him. And he was convinced I would, so he called me a whore in front of all these guys, and pushed me to the ground and stormed off. He was a special kind of person and did not really understand the gravity of stop doing that until I had to get the police involved. And then he finally got the message that I really didn't want to deal with him.
She was my friend, and I had to tell her. So I came back here, throwing stones at the window, but she didn't react, so I threw a bigger stone, and it shattered the glass. She kept the stone as a souvenir to remind her not to trust me ever again.
So did she orchestrate stealing from them? Like, was it her idea?
Lorraine, Marie's mom, died when she was 5. My mother, she might as well have been dead. She looked more dead than alive, anyhow. Passed out on the couch, empty bottles of gin on the floor.
That's really cute. Marie Curie. I wonder if she was in the science.
Damn, what's the password again? I need to find it. She
What was the
must
hint?
have written it
I'm
down
not
here
a-
somewhere.
Oh, shadow person. Oh, so this is 2018. Oh, wait, no. I didn't mean to go out of it. I was just pressing buttons. Doe person. That's a cute cat. Can I open kitty gif? Oh, I don't know why that's on here, but it makes me happy. He's catching a fish. That's cute.
One day, I just had to know. What's up with all the cats? She said she admired them. That they were who they were without any pretense. That they had no fear of confrontation. She wanted to be more like them.
Just a crazy cat lady.
When Bumblebee went missing, Marie cried for days. She thought I couldn't hear her at night. I could never prove it, but I'm sure it was Trevor.
Another thing Steve did was he threatened to kill my dog. So I can very much relate to that of not entirely sure why people do things the way that they do it. But if you ever want to hurt someone, I don't know why they would go after animals. Some people lack the humanity to know not to do that. So Bumblebee was 4 years old. I'm orange, white tabby, and wears a red collar. Missing since May 23rd. So I guess he just never came back since it's July. So Trevor must have killed him.
Marie,
Oh,
what were you thinking? You know that's illegal.
what's illegal? Owning a firearm is not illegal in the States. Right to bear arms? Maybe just for a minor to have a gun? Or an illegally obtained gun? Not entirely sure what that's doing in this list, because these all look like pistols. Oh, except for that one. The very first one I somehow just did not notice. I'm wondering what the search category was. I can't click anything on these. These are cute.
Why does someone need to get hurt before we step up and act, for Christ's sake? If they had, none of this shit would have happened, and no one would have died.
Oh my goodness. Hi, Marie. It grieves me to hear that this is how you feel, but I'm afraid there's not much I can do at this stage. I understand that you are alarmed and feel unsafe, but Trevor has not broken any school laws, nor has he hurt anyone. I would like to invite you and Trevor into my office and see if we can start up a conversation between the two of you. Let me know when you are ready to talk. You know where to find me. Kind regards. Wow, that's something. That is something. It's weird. It's like I read that and immediately got goosebumps. Yeah, that's literally the worst possible response to what I imagine was a pretty scared message. And I don't entirely understand why. It's almost like people, adults with authority, sometimes don't see your problems as being equal or worthy. It's like they need to qualify that your problem is worth getting worked up before they realize that's even a problem. So they almost pat you on the head and be like, "Ah, let's talk about it," when deep down you know it's not right and it's not okay at all. After I had a problem with Steve, I was at a point where it was like I was done. Like, he was calling me, texting me, emailing me, following me, and it was really getting to me. So I went to the on-campus police, and they told me that because he wasn't a student there, they couldn't do anything about it. And I was like, but he's coming onto campus, so you can do something. And they were like, nope, because he's not a student. It's not within our jurisdiction. Now, I was told after the fact that that was not how they usually handle it or anything like that, and they're not entirely sure what went wrong. And I worked with, the school to figure that out, but just being in that position of feeling scared, feeling helpless, and being told by the people who you're paying to protect you that they won't protect you because, well, how bad is it? I mean, really? I mean, it's really devastating. It makes you feel that much smaller and that much less important. Like everything's spiraling out of control, and you can't grab it, you can't stop it, you can't hold on to something. And all you want to do is hold on to something to keep some form of control, and you can't control anything. It's hard. I also just noticed that her icon is a little kitty cat, and that's really cute.
Oh no. Why didn't you tell me, Marie? No wonder you were so frightened. We never should have gone to the orange grove.
Yeah. So, I know I'm projecting a lot into this game, and I'm talking a lot more about myself than this game, which I don't mean to do. But this game works on a level for me because of the fact that I dealt with someone who was emotionally unstable, who seems very similar to Trevor. And so for me, I'm kind of transferring that. I'm able to empathize more with Marie for that reason. See if you take photos of me and my then boyfriend and sometimes my friends. Things were scarier. It made it so I was scared all the time. He wanted me to be scared all the time. He wanted me to. And that was the point. He wanted to isolate me. He wanted me to stop dealing with people because I was afraid for them, so I would stop dealing with them. And that's how he would behave. One of the times there were really way scarier times, but one of the earlier times, I was out with my then boyfriend, and we were walking in like the uptown area, and we were holding hands. I think we got coffee, or maybe we got frozen yogurt, something like that. Either way, we were just hanging out, being nice, and at that point in time, I used to take the bus, so he drove me back to school. I had my final class, and then I went home, and I fell asleep on the bus, because it was like the very last bus home. And when I woke up, Steve was on the bus. And he came over and he sat next to me, and at that point in time, I was annoyed with him, but I wasn't like, I wasn't going to get up and start screaming or anything. But he pulled out his phone, and he showed me a picture. He was showing me various pictures from the day. I was like, dude, I don't care, go away. And he got to a photo, and it was me and my boyfriend on the street. And my boyfriend gave me a kiss, and he told me that if he ever saw us again, he would kill my boyfriend, and he would rape and kill me. And he had other pictures of my boyfriend. And it was in that moment where I realized how wrong I was about the situation, how I did not have it under control, and that was when I started to really realize that I was in over my head trying to control it, And that feeling, I remember my stomach sinking. Like I went cold, and I got so scared. And he was this guy that I, didn't think much of. And he, in that moment, just became the scariest person I'd ever met. And I wondered how I ever dealt with him before then. I never saw that side of him. Because all I saw was this stoner guy who can hold down a job. Then he was something else. He was so scary. And I wasn't prepared for that. I wasn't remotely prepared, and I was in my second year. I would be in my lectures and I'd be afraid that he was in there with me. I would glance around every corner and get really scared. Sometimes I wouldn't go to class. Sometimes I would stay home. But then I was afraid he'd come to my home. How could I be safe when I'm a really physically weak person and the school doesn't believe me? Or doesn't care that I have someone stalking me and I don't feel safe. Anyway, that's my, story time on this one. I'll actually go back to talking about the game now. But yeah, I don't like the storyline much because it makes me think of that. It does it well, but it makes me think of that.
La La Land. That movie was a shit piece of crap. Glad Trevor snuck us in. I don't think I could have handled wasting $20 on that. Never thought I'd see Marie there. Then again, she always was a dreamer. I bet she loved it. She never realized I didn't want to be her friend in public.
So, I like La La Land. I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. It was a fun movie. It was colorful. It was a musical. It's had Emma Stone. It was good. I liked it. So I don't know the hating on La La Land there. And that's really awful. And that she doesn't want to be her friend in public. I mean, Kelsey is literally the worst person. And so I guess she acted so mean to her and so rude to her because she was embarrassed to be seen with her. This girl that's been there for her and treats her decently. And I guess Marie left, so she ran back and threw a rock through the window. I think that's us supposed to look at those in the opposite order. I was hoping something would be visible when I open, or not when I open, but when I turn on the lamp. No, if I found everything. I think I might have, actually. I'm not seeing anything else I might have missed.
I need to find the key. A 5-figure number.
Okay.
That's Trevor's phone number. He called her. I knew he blamed her for everything, though she should have blamed him for what he did to her and Mr. Torres.
Okay, so he did. He was the thief. So he stole stuff from her and then they became friends? And then, right? No. Yeah. It had to have been it. And then they broke up, so he started to stalk her and blamed her? Right. Alright, so I think that I've found everything. So I'm going to just check out the journal. As I know, as I've been looking, I've been adding things to this journal. So I'm hoping that the code will be in the journal itself. That's the theory, at least. Before I start reading, I just want to see if I've filled it. Nope, I'm missing something. So it looks like I'm missing 2 things. So I don't know exactly what I'm missing though. This might just be me looking around for a really long time. While I'm looking, how are you guys doing? All 7 of you? Hope you've all been good. Hoping life's been treating everyone pretty well. I didn't really mean to go on long, expositional things about my life. Was not at all my intention. But it seemed related enough that I thought I would explain, just because it really does impact my perception of this game. Did I check the jacket?
She asked me why I was so angry all the time.
Yeah, I checked that. No, hash. I did you already. I feel like there really should be something here. Like there's just too many photos for them to not do something.
I didn't like that she kept the stone. Why did she have to be reminded? I told her I was sorry, but she said it was for me, to remind me.
So she threw the stone through the window to try and say she was her friend, and she kept it to remind herself not to trust her again, but it was actually to remind her that she did that, I guess. That directly goes against what was already said. I know I'm missing one more thing. I just don't know where I'm missing it. I'm missing something here. The books? Almost looks like the Harry Potter series. I know it's not. I don't know why. Just when I see it, makes me think of that. Brightly colored, maybe. Do something great. Oh wait.
The Green Eatery.
Here it is.
Green as in with fungus. Yes, I am never eating Ayurvedic lasagna ever again. But some people must have liked Mr. Jones's cooking, because he was out every night cooking his green stuff.
Okay, so that is how they were able to know that he wouldn't be back, I guess. Nope, still missing one. Must be something more in this area, because there's only the fan and the map, but there's just so many little things. It feels like there ought to be something triggery here. I'm never quite sure in this game if it's like it doesn't trigger because there's nothing to trigger, or if it doesn't trigger because I'm physically just too far away. Sunglasses.
I wore those a lot. Not to protect my eyes, but to hide them. I didn't want anyone to know.
Didn't want them to know what? That you were hungry or homeless or just too cool? So now I have everything in here. Looks like there's going to be one more thing that'll open up. I'm not going to read it, but I am totally going to look to see what those numbers were because I've already forgotten. 4, 9, 5, 1. No, that can't be right. 3. Was that there that whole time and I just didn't know that that was there? 3, 4, 9, 5, 1.
I need to find the key. A
Oh,
5-figure
you found it
number.
already. 3, 4, 9, 5, 1.
Yay! Good work, Kelsey. Oh my God. The past, like the future, is indefinite and exists only as a spectrum of possibilities. Stephen Hawking said that. I wish it were true. But there was nothing I could do about the past. It was definite as hell. Sometimes I didn't get Marie. I really thought a night by Jones's pool would help her relax. She used to love it there. But she insisted someone had been watching us. I just wanted to have a good time, and she was ruining it, so I said some things I shouldn't have. She just stood there, staring at the window. I was so annoyed. And that's when I knew she'd been right. Trevor. Right there in the room. He'd just come in through the open window. How did he find us? He didn't know where Marie and I lived. I always made sure of that. But he took an orange from his backpack and started peeling it. It had been Trevor by the pool, and he'd followed us home. He said to Marie, "I told you not to mess with me." But still, I didn't get it. No, it wasn't until he started moving in on her that I realized it was Marie. He was after Marie. He blamed her for everything, and he had a knife. I'd never seen him so angry, so evil. Marie tried to get it away from him. He asked her why she never answered her phone. Did she not read her emails? Or did she think they were hollow threats? God, I just wanted to punch him with anything I could lay my hands on. My backpack. I smashed it against his wrist, knocking the knife out of his hands. Marie went for it, but Trevor was faster. He kicked her in the head. I dove for the knife, but he jumped me. As we struggled, he hissed, "Didn't I get enough action yet? Maybe I needed another baseball bat to get my kicks." I stopped, because right then I knew what he was up to. He asked Marie about Mr. Torres. Was he all right? Did he still get stomach aches? Marie lay on the floor by the bed, in shock, realizing it had been Trevor who almost killed her father. Then Trevor looked at me, added with a smile. And her. That's when it all went to pieces.
Trevor ripped us apart, and he was enjoying it. Marie didn't understand. I tried to explain, apologized, but she wasn't listening. She kept asking me if I'd been there with Trevor in their house. Trevor stirred things up even more. He told her it was me who had hit her over the head with a baseball bat, that I'd enjoyed it. I screamed in frustration, "No, that's not what happened." Tears streamed down Marie's face. She couldn't believe I would do that, hurt her deliberately. God, I wanted Trevor to stop talking. I attacked him, scratched his face, hit him wherever I could. I hated him. He was twisting everything. I wanted to tell her that I was sorry. Yes, we robbed the house, and we got caught by Mr. Torres. But I never meant for anyone to get hurt. I didn't smash Marie's head. I panicked. I wanted to stop her from seeing me. When I realized how badly injured she was, I called the police. I tried to stay, but Trevor wouldn't let me. He pulled me by my hair into the van. But Marie wasn't listening. I was losing it, and I like to think I beat Trevor up pretty good. But Trevor punched back harder and faster. He was about to crack my skull. Marie clawed for the box beside her, opened it. She screamed, told us to stop, pointed that 9mm at us. Trevor went nuts, charged for her. She screamed, told him to stay back. She'd never shot a gun in her life. She wasn't going to start now. Trevor grabbed her by the shoulders and... What you think you remember is not necessarily what really happened, or how others remember it. But Trevor fell back on the carpet, dead. That we all remember.
Right. Guess I have to answer the phone.
Mom, where are you? Did you get the journal?
I'll be down in a minute.
Aunt Marie is getting a little worked up here. She threatened to smoke a cigar. In your car.
Don't let her. Don't let her smoke. I love that car.
She knows you do. Get down here, Mom. You're taking like forever.
I'll be down in a minute.
Bring the journal.
So I guess that is the end of this. I love the music. Alright, I'm gonna read the journal though. A postcard?
Of course I knew it was her. Who else? There was only one thing to do. Get to Marie.
Orange Grove, California. Vancouver. I'll make sure there's nothing else in this room before I read the journal. High school kid saves classmates from hunger. Food rescue, November 9th, 2017. After that school article, people kept asking me why I did it. as if I were some kind of hero. So stupid. And I kept telling them the same story. Aren't they sick of it yet? Maybe I should publish a book. My life story, so stop bugging me. Crazy people. Here for the last time. Last fall, I caught a kid stealing someone's lunch from a backpack. As he stuffed the sandwich in his mouth, our eyes locked. He panicked, dropped the food, and ran. I never realized some of my classmates were actually hungry, so I joined food rescue to help. There. The end. Everyone satisfied. November 17th, 2017. We had a party today, celebrating 3 years of food rescue. Everyone was there. All those happy, familiar faces. Loved it. Kelsey came in. I never took her for one of the hungry. I don't think she knows my name, but everyone knows hers. She's gorgeous. It surprised me, that's all. I could see the shame in her eyes when she had to accept a bag of groceries from me. Still, I couldn't take my eyes off her. If this world allows someone like Kelsey Jackson to be hungry, it must be everywhere, so I'm going to fight it with everything I've got. November 21st, 2017. OMG, they put me on Kelsey's team. My heart races whenever I stop to think about it. Don't think she's all that pleased, though. I wonder whether she remembers me from food rescue. God, I hope not. I feel so connected to her. Isn't that weird? I'd love for us to be friends. She's just amazing. I can't wait to start working on our science project. Did you get that? Our project. I feel like I'm going to explode from excitement. December 4th, 2017. I screwed up, but I was worried. I'm still worried. What else could I do? Kelsey hasn't been to food rescue in a while, and I just want to make sure she wasn't hungry or anything, so I offered her my sandwich. Oh, why did I do that? Now we'll never be friends. Good one, Marie. Really, really well done. She looked at me like I was crazy and walked out. And now we're behind at the project too. I hope we make the deadline. I can't really make that sound, but anyway, cute. December 22nd, 2017, just stop. Why do you keep writing this shit? I know there isn't much news in Orange Grove, but it's been ages. Not literally, but you know, they are never going to find them. I wish everyone would just stop, leave us alone, so we can get that whole off, so we can forget the whole god-awful night. Some think my dad was a hero for trying to stop them. The truth is, we never saw this coming. When that guy jumped and stabbed my dad, something snapped. And I would have punched him, scratched his eyes out, I swear. I think I could have killed him, but the other one got to me before I even knew that there were two. I never saw their faces, neither did my dad. So they never caught them. I'm not fearless. January 5th, 2018. We're all just matter. That's what Kelsey keeps saying. And she's right, but matter's also life, and life is something we need to take care of. She likes to be out on a limb. She says she's got nothing to lose. Bam. She didn't even realize what she'd said, what she was saying, or maybe I'm too sensitive. Guess they'll show me to believe that we are friends. Guess I'm just a shadow person after all. I think she's gonna break my neck, by the way. See if I care. Oh, I think she's gonna break her neck, by the way. See if I care. That's really hard. That's mean. Like, I don't think she meant anything by it, but yeah. She could lose Marie, and that's sad. January 10th, 30th. Is that 1 or 3? It must be 10th. 2018. I love cats because they're not afraid to be difficult. January 19th. Happy birthday, Mom. That's a really, really cute photo. January 28th. I'm trying to ignore the fact that all of Kelsey's cute stuff is paid for with Trevor's money. He is such a creep. I don't get what she sees in him. She says I'm jealous, as if... Thing is, she really needs him to get away from all of this. Oh, I don't know why I can't read today. I'm just struggling. The thing is, she thinks she needs him to get away from all of this, but she doesn't. She got away from her mom on her own. Kelsey's the smartest, coolest, sweetest person you can imagine. She doesn't need anyone to help her get out. She can do that all on her own. Too bad she doesn't believe that herself yet. Beep boop. February 14th. Fuck, I'm so stupid. I finally got to see La La Land. They showed it on Classic Nights in Theater and I went with Ben. Loved it. Kelsey was there too. I wasn't so happy to see her. Actually, I was so happy to see her. Ashley freaking hugged her. And she pushed me away. Asked what I thought I was doing. And that Trevor asshole was enjoying the show. And her stupid cheerleader friends. I am alone. Not really alone. Like, you have Ben. I kind of want to know what Ben would have thought. Like, if I were dating someone and that happened, I would have been super pissed at that person for making the person I was dating feel like crap, you know? That's rude. Alright, February 14th. We're going to be friends. I feel out of place everywhere outside this room. She said she was sorry, I know. But fuck. I feel like I'm walking on eggshells, and that's not what friendship should be like, right? I feel disconnected. She did not want to be my friend. She was embarrassed. Fuck. Don't ever forget. February 16th. Okay, I've calmed down a bit. That La La night, she was with Trevor, and he is such a fucking asshole. She's different when she's around him. Not that that makes it alright, but she did come straight over and tell me that she was sorry, and she knows that she was wrong, and she broke my window with that damn rock. She said if I'd answer the call of the petals, then she wouldn't have thrown the rock. She's been here ever since. Doesn't have anywhere else to go, really, except for Trevor. I'm glad she'd rather sleep here. Right now, as I read this, she's on the bed, going over some notes from class. I like having her here, and Dad's okay with it. March 3rd, looks like some tire tracks. Must be from when they got their bike. March 17th. Oh, those sparkly shoes. She wears them all the time. Last night, the heels dug into my calf. That freaking hurt. Have you seen those heels? So I yanked them off her feet and told her, not in the bed. She was amused. I can't think why. To be honest, I wish I was a size 9 because they look absolutely gorgeous. On Kelsey's feet at least. When I tried them on, I looked like a little girl trying on mommy's shoes. March 17th. You may have noticed, Sweet Journal, that there are less and less F words in these pages. I'm so friggin' proud, ha. Only when I go berserk, like when Kelsey threw that rock through my window, then it's hard to keep up. Did you know that as a little girl I used to curse abundantly, trying to extend my vocabulary here? Dad thought it indicated intelligence. I guess it looked cute up to a certain age, but Mom hated it. So every time I used the F word, he made me put a piece of candy in the swear jar. I can't tell you how much that hurt every time because I'd never see it again. I think he secretly ate it. He must have rejoiced. Yup, vocabulary extension again. Every time I swore like a madman. Mad woman. Must have. The effing swear jar. She called me her friend today. I am not a shadow person anymore. She's my friend. I have a dream. March 27th. April 9th. Kelsey is so angry at the world, like all the time. It's kinda annoying, but I get it. We all have a different story to tell. So, as a friend, I did the only decent thing. I told her she could do anything she wanted. She just had to make it happen, not wait for it. I told her to deal again, not drugs. The cards. April 11th. Kelsey broke up with Trevor. Finally. She could do so much better than that total loser. He assaulted her in the school hallway. Of course, no one saw it happen, but he literally tore the clothes from her body. F. I promised not to swear, so there you go. But she's done with him. Things can only get better. April 13th. I think he's crazy. He keeps calling me at the most impossible hours, just to yell at me, call me names, threaten me that if I don't let Kelsey go, he'll do this or do that, as if I've got her tied up here. I now unplug the phone when I go to sleep. May 19th. Today was a good day. Only 5 emails from Trevor. Only 5. I hope he's finally getting it. She's not coming back. He really holds me responsible for it. I can handle it if it keeps him away from her. When I saw him in the hallway this morning, he slid his fingers across his throat again. If he wasn't such a scary-ass clown, I'd laugh, but he does scare me. I don't tell Kelsey these things. She shouldn't worry. May 22nd. These are the good times that make me forget. All my troubles seem so far away. Wait a minute. Is that a song? Kelsey took me night swimming at Mr. Jones's pool. I was scared shitless for the first time, but 2 beers and freshly picked oranges. Chill, best nights ever. That was May 19th, and June 7th. Took me forever to convince Kelsey to ride a bike, because it ain't cool. Our rides are the best parts of our day now, and on this day we rode through Mr. Jones's orange grove in broad daylight. We got home with baskets full of the juiciest golden oranges. I didn't even think about getting caught. June 12th. They're not listening. I've tried every authority at school. I've even tried the cops, but they just patted my shoulder. Poor little girl. Still traumatized. Bump on the head didn't do you any good. Fuck, yeah, I'm swearing now. A jar full of candy. What should I do? I wish I could tell Kelsey, but she'd go insane or get herself hurt or worse. Go back to him. Trevor's dangerous. June 23rd. I know it's him, and there's nothing I can do. They never believe me. I don't think I'll ever see Bumblebee again. Aw, baby Bumblebee. That's awful. June 30th. I can't sit and watch. I'll have to be fearless. I found this site where you can buy guns off anyone. Not that I mean to shoot anyone. It's just, I don't know what to do anymore. It's for protection, you know? Isn't that what they say? Anyway, there was this guy who wanted to sell me this totally new 9mm. I'm meeting him out of town somewhere. A little shady, I admit, but Trevor lurking around, I'll take my chances. June 30th. There's been another home invasion. Just 2 blocks from here. They killed the woman this time and the police think it's Trevor. I suppose it was him in their house. I can't wrap my head around it. It's too big, but Kelsey says it isn't true, that Trevor's a bastard but never commits such violent acts. Looking at the torn t-shirt, I think she might be in denial there. July 5th. I did it. I hope I'm not going to regret this. July 7th. We needed this. Beer, water, and oranges, like so many nights before Trevor. No, I'm not going to let him spoil my night at the pool with Kelsey. He who shall not be named. Not today. And now the final one. I regret food rescue. I regret the science project. I regret it all. My father could have died because of me and my inability to pick real friends. Kelsey never was who she said she was. I never really knew her. It turned out it's all been bullshit, and I am so stupid. I should have realized it at La La Land and walked away for good, because someone died right in this room. I made him die. I pulled the trigger, made a bullet pierce his head, made the blood soak the carpet, strip through the cracks in the floor where it will remain forever, to bear witness to what I am capable of. I can't stay here. Am I the same me? I don't know anymore. I have to fix this. Fix me away from her. I have to focus on the positives in my life and stop questioning myself. Why did she do it? Why did I do it? Did I deserve this? Am I an evil person? A killer? I shot him in the head, for Christ's sakes. I could have gone for the leg. Dad calls them intrusive thoughts. I say they're the truth. I'm stronger than I look. I can do this. I will go up north to Uncle George, as Dad suggested. Nice and cool up there, and I'll be able to think and finish high school. I'm leaving this journal here because I need a clean slate and fresh pages. I'm sorry. Dear diary, maybe I'll send for you someday, when all of this is long over and I've dealt with being a murderer. Hi, Kelsey. Yes, I'm talking to you. I know you've been reading my journal. Can I ever forgive you for what you did? Honestly, I don't know. I'm trying really hard, but I don't know how, because I don't understand any of it. You were my friend, and I loved you unconditionally. I did what I did because of you. I stood up to him because of you, but you... I don't know. Right now, I can't be near you, so I don't want you to come find me. I promise I'll be alright, Marie. New end. Alright. So this was the game. This was Marie's room. This was really well done, honestly. I thought it was going to be a little bit more of a walking simulator. It wasn't. It was just a cute little story. And, no, not cute, but a little story. It was simple, but I really liked how it was written. I really liked the story they chose to tell. I thought it was very interesting. It was Simon Alexander who did the music. I thought that it did a really good job unfolding the plot, and I thought that it looked really good. I didn't really care for the lights. I kind of wish that they... I don't know, even if it was... I don't really know how I wanted them to handle it, but the green bright lights for people, I know that wasn't in their budget probably to do full models, and human models don't always work, but even if it was something else, like shadows or just darkened figures, or maybe just objects without showing it moving. I don't know. I didn't love that. But overall, I thought it was really quite cool. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought they did a really great job. So I know it's been a while, but this is Marie's room, and yeah, I highly suggest it. Obviously with it, there's no replayability, but it's also a free game, so it's worth checking out. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about it. I hope you all enjoyed, and yeah, I'll see you all later. Ciao.